I want to share with you the #1 best food for toxic kidneys. The thing with the kidney is that it's a filter. So any drugs that they give you is going to be more toxicity to the kidney. So when we're dealing with a damaged filter, we need to use something natural that has virtually no side effects. So what are the symptoms of toxic kidneys? Okay. Well, you can have gout, which is uric acid building up, usually in the joint of your big toe. And that mainly occurs because the kidney is not able to get rid of this uric acid effectively. Kidney stones, where you have this super concentrated calcium oxalate stone that develops in the kidney. You can prevent stones by consuming enough liquid so we don't have this super concentrated solution. Puffy eyes. You could look at someone's face and just look around their eyes and you can see kidney problems. So if it's puffy, especially underneath and on top, usually they have kidney issues because the fluid's backing up. They also have edema in their lower ankles. When you press on the lower ankle, it leaves an indentation. They might have itchy skin. They might have glucose in the urine or protein in the urine. Their urine might smell very, very strong of ammonia. And like I said before, if the kidney was doing its job, you would just have urea. But if there's too much ammonia, this whole breakdown process is not occurring because the kidney is damaged. And ammonia, like I said before, is very, very toxic to the brain. Your urine might look very, very dark and foamy. That usually means that this filter is not filtering. Now, the foamy part is usually too much protein in the urine because it's not being recycled properly. And you may even experience high blood pressure. Okay, so now the question is, what is the best food out of all the foods that can support toxic kidneys? Bok choy. Now, why would bok choy be the #1 food? Well, first of all, it is a cruciferous vegetable. And that means that it has enzymes to help with something called phase 2 detoxification. #2, it's high in potassium. Potassium is very protective to the kidney. A lot of times people will say, well, you need to avoid sodium. No, you need to increase potassium because potassium is a mineral that's very protective. It's also high in magnesium, which is also protective. And the thing about bok choy is it has no oxalates, like things like almonds and spinach and a lot of other vegetables and legumes and beans and grains and things like that. They're high in oxalates. And eating too many foods with oxalates could cause you to create kidney stones. So it's low in oxalates and it's low in protein. So if you have protein in the urine, you don't want to be consuming a lot of protein. Why? Because it's going through. You want to consume less protein, but just higher quality protein. All right, #2, consume apple cider vinegar with some water, okay, through the day. What is that going to do? The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar is kidney protective. It'll help you, okay? It will also help your blood sugars, which again is the big cause of kidney problems in the first place. Okay, lemon juice. Why? Because lemon juice has citric acid, and that can reduce the risk of getting stones. Also, lemon juice, even though it's an acid, turns into an alkaline solution in your body, and that can help with gout too. Because anytime when you have these uric acid crystals that are depositing into the joint, celery juice or just celery by itself, okay, it decreases ammonia and urea. #5, lower the amount of protein, like I just mentioned, to about 3 ounces of protein per meal, especially if your protein is high in your urine. All right, #6, make sure your diet is high in potassium. You need big salads, small to moderate protein, huge salads, no grains or sugars or anything like that. Distilled water is water without the minerals and the other chemicals. When you consume distilled water, it can help detoxify a lot of poisons in your body. Now, #8, probiotics. Your gut contributes to making ammonia. So if you were to just consume either foods with probiotics like kimchi or sauerkraut, zinc has been known to decrease ammonia and urea in the urine. So just make sure you have enough zinc in the diet. And lastly, there's a great product by a company called Standard Process. It's called Arginex. I'm not affiliated with that company, but this product is something I used to use in practice